Hello everyone, Bite here, and welcome to another holy crap, what happened here? Glass in the floor? Is Bite actually taking the time to make things aesthetically pleasing? To actually provide a nice view of his creations? And whoa, what is up with the chests here? Holy crap, oh my god! Are you telling me that Bite actually took his chests and moved them close to each other so that he doesn't have to run all the way across the room 8 million times just to empty his inventory? Jesus, what the heck is going on here? This is insane. Well, I'll tell you what's really insane though. Not doing this right at the start of the goddamn Let's Play, okay? That's what's insane. Well, why didn't I just do this right off the bat? Make a nice grid of chests. Oh, and if you're wondering how I get two double chests next to each other, one of them is a trapped chest, which you make by combining a chest with a tripwire hook. You put the chest here, and then you put the tripwire hook there. Oh, just pretend it's a tripwire hook, okay? I don't want to go get one right now. But yeah. So that's what you do. So these down these aisles here, these are double chests, and then we have end caps that have just a single chest. And these are for things that I generally don't have a large amount of, like typically things that you craft and that you often end up crafting slightly too many of. Things like wood planks. You need 2 wood planks, or you need 5 wood planks, so you end up having to craft 8, and then you have extra wood planks that you want to get rid of. And I mean, well, most of your wood is right here, and we do have this end cap just for that sort of thing. Oh yeah, and half slabs. We have a half slab end cap. We have a stair end cap. We have a decorative item end cap. And we also have an end cap for, the blocks that react to other blocks around them, like, and they're typically rather thin, things like fences, glass, well, not glass panes, we haven't made any yet, but iron bars and that sort of thing. Well, we have an end cap for that. So, yeah, there you go. And yes, if you're wondering, I actually work in a store, and I believe I've mentioned that before. And yeah, this is kind of laid out the way a store is, except without all the obnoxious buy one, get one free signs that makes people come to the register, that people always seem to misread, and then they come to the register saying, wait, that's supposed to be marked off. No, ma'am, the sign said buy one, get one free for the 16-ounce cups, not the 12-ounce. But man, this has been so awesome. Look how empty my inventory is. Look at this. I've been running around with an empty inventory like that, for, the last few hours. Well, actually the last day, because between when you saw the little intro of enchantments and I've done, and right now, I've actually done like a day's worth of off-camera work, because there's a lot of things that just needed to get done. And so, yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, my inventory has been this empty almost the entire time. And the reason for that is that it's just so easy to empty it. It used to be that emptying my inventory was something that I dreaded, because I'd have to come all the way over here to put the wood back. And then, and then I have to run all the way over to this corner here, and look how tiny that corner looks from all the way over there, to put the cobblestone away. And then I have to run all the way over here to put the gravel and dirt away. And it's like 2 pieces of dirt and gravel, and I'm tempted to throw it away. But guys, don't throw your dirt away, because dirt's one of those things that may seem like garbage, but there are times when you just need a whole lot of it, and nothing is worse than having to go and just mine dirt when it's something that you've been getting in bits and pieces, all the freaking time, every time you go caving. So don't throw your dirt away. Keep it. It's useful. As for gravel, well, it's useful for filling in lakes, I guess, so keep that as well. Why, oh why didn't I do this right away? Tango Tech did it at the start of his Let's Play. Why can't I be like those other YouTubers who have discipline and actually do these things when they should? Oh my god! I hate myself! Why? Whew. Well, after that energetic intro, let's get started on our plan. So today, we're going to be breeding horses. And let's look at our ender chest and get it stocked up. So, aside from these things here, extra pick, because this one's about to break. Yeah. Aside from those items there, the ender chest is also empty. And the redstone stuff you saw, that's there intentionally. I'm going to be bringing it over to where we're going to be working today. So, okay, so today we're going to be breeding horses. And yeah, I've already prepared sort of a horse breeding facility. But before we start breeding, let us get our ender chest ready. Normally I do that off camera, but I thought that I'd let you guys appreciate this new storage facility and how easy it makes packing for a trip with me. So, let's get started. Alright, so we are going to need a bunch of saddles, which we will get right from this transportation end cap. Aw, yeah. So we need a bunch of saddles. And let's see. We're also going to need some signs, which are right here on the same end cap that the item frames are on, because they kind of do similar things. Do that because I don't want to. And what else do we need? Oh, yes. We need some snow. Ah, there it is. Oh, and you know what? We need to craft some leads. I think that I showed that on camera, but then ended up editing it out. Or actually, I think I showed that in the episode that I just completely threw out. Yeah, that's right, guys. There's an episode that I hated so much that I just threw the whole damn thing out. In a crazy rage. Okay, so I always forget how you craft this, but I think it's like this. So yeah, I'm showing now how to craft it because because it was in the episode that I threw out. We're just going to bring them over to our horse breeding facility and leave them there because we'll be needing them. In you go. Oh, you know what? We're going to also need... I think maybe I took a few too many signs. We're also going to need some building blocks, and we're going to be using stone brick because I like the way stone brick looks. There. Oh man, so much easier than, oh, I run all the way over here for the stone brick, and then all the way over here for the signs, and the signs are in one chest with a bunch of other garbage, and then we run all the way over here for the string, and then all the way over here for the slime balls, and yeah. Okay, I think you guys get the point. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yes, we need light if we don't want creepers to spawn. So I'm trying to think what I need. Well, I doubt we'll need this much snow, so we'll put a thing of snow back, and we'll put a couple saddles back. I will be bringing them over later, because I do plan to breed a lot of horses, and I'll be buying some more saddles from villagers later on. But right now, I just want to get started, because I have been waiting a really long time to do this episode. Really long time. Let's see, right, yes, jack-o'-lanterns, which are right up here. I'll probably be moving those. Those aren't in the best place, but yeah. For now, it's fine. Oh, you know what? One other thing I wanted to bring. Wanted to bring a stack of poppies over because I need 2 stacks of a garbage item to occupy space in a hopper. And I'll be crafting this into red dye, of course. And I want it to be an item that players don't usually carry around with them in their inventory because it's going to be used for counting. You'll see when we get there, alright? Just trust me on this. It's good. Okay, I think that's everything. I think we also need some fences. Yeah, we need some fences, which we can find on the aforementioned thin block that reacts to other blocks type thing. Yeah, we'll just keep these in our inventory because it is so empty. There's plenty of room in there. All right. We are ready to go. Going up and whoa! What in the? Where are we? Where's Kansas? And what's this big? What in the? Oh, hey, zombie. Well, at least there's still zombies here, even if it's not Kansas. That's at least a relief. Yeah, I decided that my base needed some redecorating. As I've mentioned last episode, at least I think I mentioned it. If I didn't, I do apologize. I did some. I was originally going to make an episode of me exploring the new episode 1.7.2 changes. And where'd the lead go? Oh, there it is. But it was such a bad episode that I left it out. And yeah, this still needs some work. But while I was exploring, I came across the new Black Forest biome, and I really, really, really liked it. Like, really, 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 really liked it. And so I decided that I wanted to live in one. Oh, hey, Mrs. Gulch. Hasta la vista. Crunch. So, yeah, I set one up. Oh, and here we are. Riding a horse is so fast compared to, well, not riding a horse. And yeah, let's take a look around at what we got. So I've already been doing some setting up. There are 3 things that I decided that we needed at my horse breeding facility, and you, my friend, need to get out of my horse breeding ranch, my horse ranch. Yeah, there we go. And you need to stay over here, buddy. So 3 things that we need, and actually I think we'll get on our horse. We'll deal with that sheep later. We need a place to put the horses. That's what this is, and we need a thing to organize them into stalls so that we can record stats about them. We'll be placing signs right along here, right on these here. And as you can see, there's a fence post there where you tie the horse, and the fence post is up in the air. There's 4 blocks under it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 blocks up. And the reason I do that is because I don't want the horse to be able to wander around a lot. And 5 blocks turns out to be like the perfect length, so that if you put it there, the horse is pretty much forced to be mostly within the stall. I can't go any higher because if you go to 6 blocks, then the horse bounces up and down, and then when they finally hit the ground, they take massive fall damage and die. Or they take a little fall damage at a time until they die, and you don't want that. So the horse will go in here, and then you'll notice this button here. Well, it turns out that there's this weird bug where if you try to right click or even left click to remove the lead from the fence, it won't work, so we have to do it this way. So that's what the button is for. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's what the stable is, but now I just need to explain to you guys what the heck this racetrack-like thing is, and then we'll be ready to make the last of the key components in our horse breeding facility. So basically, this is a thing that lets us measure the speed that a horse can run. It measures accurately how fast a horse runs, and it does it like this. So if we just come up here, you have this tripwire here, which is 3 blocks off the ground. When you run under it with the horse, it'll activate this redstone up here. Alright, so the signal comes all the way down here, all the way along here, and then it activates this RS NOR latch here, which will turn off this side of the RS NOR latch, and wow, you can't really see when I'm standing on a horse, can you? Which will turn on this hopper. This hopper is currently off because the block above it is powered, but that will turn on the hopper. Hopper starts dumping its items into this chest right here. Then, when we cross the finish line, that sends a redstone signal along this top track, which will come here and switch the redstone on here, which switches off the hopper, and the hopper stops dumping its items into the chest. And then, to get your reading, you simply look at how many items were able to be dumped into the chest in the time it took the horse to travel this race course, which, incidentally, is 100 meters long. You guys followed that, right? Okay, good. And so that will give us an accurate measurement of how fast a horse is, which is important for breeding because when we breed horses, we want to breed the fastest horses as possible, and we don't want to just be sort of guesstimating the speed or saying, this feels a little bit faster. Nope, we need to know exactly how fast the horse is going so that we can make the best decision with breeding. Okay, so after that quick ramble that I tried to make as quickly as possible, and oh hey, trio of Mrs. Gulches just died. let us measure the speed of this horse. Still haven't decided what to name it, but you know what? That is fine. So, let's go! Yep. And yes, there is a short delay between when we cross the line and when the signal gets there, but that's okay because the delay is the same on both sides. So now we come around this way, and we look at how many items we're able to get dumped into this chest in the time that it took us to travel. Okay, so 26. Alright. And so that means that this horse's speed is 100 divided by 26. 26 hopper ticks to be precise. So I will just do that right now. I will make a stall for this horse. This horse will be staying in this stall here. And now I'm gonna put a sign that says speed 100 over 26. And it's 100 because the race course is 100 blocks long. And over 26 because it took 26 hopper ticks for the horse to traverse 100 meters. And get in the stall, you. Alright, good. Alright, so we've measured one of this horse's stats. Now, we just need to measure its health. So each heart is worth 2 hit points of health. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Alright, 20 health, so just like a player, has 20 health. Some horses will have a bit more, so, you know, we could do a bit better, but it's not the worst I've seen, so 20 HP. And now there's just one more stat for us to measure, and that is how high can the horse jump. Now we know that this horse can jump onto a 4-block high ledge, but not a 5-block high ledge. However, that's not accurate enough for us. And you might be thinking, wait, why does it matter exactly how high it can jump if you really only see, you know, increments or maybe half increments? And the answer is, well, when you breed 2 horses, the offspring's stat will be an average of its 2 parents' stat and a random value that can be anything along the range of possible values for that stat. So that means that even 0.1 block difference can potentially make a difference, and we want to be able to measure it so that we know, you know, which horse can really jump the highest. And so that is what we are going to make right now, and then we will go horse hunting. Yeah! All right. Okay, so measuring the height that a horse can jump is fairly straightforward. You simply have a series of posts like this of different heights, and you see what the tallest one the horse can jump onto is. And as I said, we want to measure this as accurately as possible. So we need to use some really thin blocks. We could use half slabs, but we're actually going to go even thinner than that for this. An update not too long ago introduced a new type of block called snow layers. It's basically the same thing as the snow that forms, you know, on the ground in snow biomes. And so we're going to be using those. A snow layer is as thick as 1/8 of a block, so that means that we'll be able to measure how high a horse can jump accurately down to 0.125 meters, which is pretty good. So yeah. Okay, so time to actually build the thing after all this rambling. So I want to build it a decent distance away from our stable so it's not too crowded, and I want it to start sort of right here. So we're going to start at 1 block high, even though every horse and donkey and mule can jump 1 block high simply by running into the block. We're just going to start with 1 block for completeness. And then we will skip 2 blocks between each level. And we do that because a horse can actually just run over a 1 block high gap, and we don't want to have that happen. We want to land on this block and not have part of its feet resting on the block next to it. Especially since we're going up in such small increments. That's quite important. Because you know when you go up like in only a half increment at a time, you can actually just run up it. So if let's say this block is 1 meter, which it will be, 1 meter, then this one will be 1.5 125 meters. If they were if they were close to each other, and you say jumped on this one, but then you're moving this way a bit, you just automatically move up, and it might give you a false, an overly high reading, which you definitely don't want. Okay, so we start at 1, and then this block will be basically 1 block high plus 1 snow layer. However, there's there are a couple things you have to keep in mind with snow layers. You'll notice I'm destroying the torches, and one of them is that, yes, artificial light sources, don't worry, not sunlight, but artificial light sources will melt snow layers. So, and we don't want that. The other thing is that a snow layer will have a hitbox, a snow layer's hitbox will have a thickness equal to the number of snow layers that you have minus 1 snow layer width. So that means if you put 1 snow layer on top of a block, it actually doesn't raise the height of the block anymore. Notice when I walk onto the snow layer that I don't move up at all. And here you can really see it if we F5 it. If we go to this view, I'm not moving up at all with this snow layer, like at all. However, if we put 2 snow layers down, then you'll notice that I do move up a bit. And with 2 snow layers down, even though 1 snow layer has a thickness of 0.125 meters, when there's 2 snow layers down, you actually move up 1.125 meters. So 2 snow layers are basically it's like 1 snow layer. A really good way of remembering that is to think of when you're counting how many snow layers you've put on top of a block, start counting at 0. So here, let's get rid of that. So this is 1 meter, then this block will be 1 meter and 1 snow layer, so we go 0, 1. Okay, so now this block is 1/8 of a block taller than this one, and we'll just put a sign on it that says 1.125 meters. Okay, and we can't light up the top of this block too much because then the snow will melt, but that's okay because when you have a snow layer that's at least 2 snow layers thick, mobs can't spawn on it, so that is fine. Alright, now this block will be 0, 1, 2. So that's 2 snow layers. 1.25 meters. Then this one is 3 snow layers, so we start counting at 0. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, well, we are done with that. So, now only one thing left to do. We got to measure our horse. But first, we're going to measure someone else. We're going to measure ourselves on it. So, we go to the first one here, 1 meter. Let's see, can we jump 1 meter up? Yep, we can do that. Okay, now we go to the 1.125 meters. Can we do that? Yeah, okay. We can actually jump slightly higher than 1 block. And now let's see, can we do the 1.25? Not quite. Can't quite do it, unfortunately. Just can't quite get up there. Oh well. So, we are only able to get to the second little tombstone in our cemetery. You know, it really does look like a graveyard. Graveyard that's kind of been snowed in, I guess. Okay, let's measure this horse of ours, and then we will go get some other horses to breed with. Let's see. Oh, it's right over here. Alright, so we know the horse can jump 4 meters, so let's start at this one here. Oops, gotta... Okay, so we're able to get 1.125 meters. And I really should make like some fences or something along the side so that you don't... Because it's kind of hard. Come on. And obviously the reading is only meaningful if the horse is, if you completely fill the jump bar when you jump, so. Okay, so this horse can jump 4.125 meters. Cool. All right. Let's go write that down here. And then we will go off and find some other horses to breed with. There we go. So now we have properly profiled this horse, and we will have a very accurate measurement or basis for comparing it to other horses. Okay. Alright, over here, you. Alright, guys, let's head off and find some more horses. So, luckily, I was able to find an area quite close to our base where we have got mucho horses. Well, I saw several anyway. So I will go ahead and go over there. Let's see. Should have brought a boat, you know? Really should have brought a boat. Oh well. Yep, follow me, buddy. You can actually lead a horse across water even if you're in a boat or something, and the horse will keep up with you. Which is pretty cool. Pretty fast way of traveling. Let's see. And you know what? I hear a mouse running around in the ceiling above me. In real life, not in Minecraft. Well, obviously there's no ceiling right here. And it is driving me crazy. I cannot stand mice. They give me the heebie-jeebies every time I see them. God, I hate them. Give me my lead back. Where did it go? Alright, yep, so over here. Let's see if I can find them. We got quite a number of farm animals that we will eventually be making use of. Got some birch trees over there. And yep, right over here. Right over here. Which one's to get first? Ooh, this horse looks handsome. Okay. So, brought some fences, and of course I have a bunch of saddles in my ender chest. You stay here. And now let's, I guess I haven't shown you guys how to actually tame horses yet, so I will do that. I should probably, if I want to do that, get a couple saddles out of here. Alright, so to tame a horse, you need to approach it with nothing in your hand. So an empty slot on your hotbar. You need to right click on it, and then eventually that'll happen. And each time you do that, the chance of it being tamed will go up slightly. So think like, it's kind of like in Pokemon when you try to catch a Pokemon with a Pokeball, except that each time the Pokeball breaks, your odds actually go up, whereas in Pokemon, your odds don't go up each time, so it's still... So even after you've thrown 100 Pokeballs at freaking Zapdos, you're still just as far from catching it as before. And now that happens. However, you can't ride a horse if there's no saddle on it. They don't do bareback in Minecraft, unfortunately. Okay, so we now have a horse. And check him out. Okay. So it's I don't think he can jump quite as high as the one that I already have, but I don't know if it's faster or slower, but that's okay. We have a facility with all kinds of precise measuring equipment that will let us figure this out. Okay, so let's bring him home. I think I'm going to unlead you. get my ender chest. I'm gonna get on you, and you get back here. Hey, where'd you go? Yep, right here. And you can actually lead another horse while you're riding a different horse. So that is going to come in quite handy if I can actually remember where the freaking base is. Alright, let's see. So, nothing in the hand. Oh, you'd better not dump me down that hole there. Oh, jeez. Come on. Come on, tame me already. Come on, be tame. You know I'm just going to keep getting off your back. You know, I've always thought that, you know, it's a little too straightforward to tame horses. Like, they should, it seems that they should have you take at least a small amount of damage when you try to tame a horse and fail. Like that. I mean, come on, the thing's bucking you off. Like, it should hurt a little bit. Although I guess if the horse could drag you into an area that's only 2 blocks tall. I don't know, this one feels pretty... Doesn't feel like a high jumper, but we'll bring him back to measure properly. And while we are at it, let's tie this one up. And tame one more. Let's see. Color doesn't really mean anything when it doesn't really indicate what the horse's stats are going to be. At least as far as I know, anywho. Oh, this one's got a lot of health. That could be good. Okay. Holy moly, this one is fast. This is a fast horse. Doesn't feel like a high jumper, but you know what? I don't care. It's got a lot of health and it's fast. We'll definitely be keeping this horse. Damn, this one is fast. So if I can just remember how to get back to the base, we may even be able to get away without having to sleep the night off. Haha. Gray horse is like... It's like a skateboarder holding onto the back of a truck. He's panting, trying to keep up. Let's see, is over this way. So yeah, I think we'll be breeding with this brown horse here, or this caramel-colored horse. Uh-oh, the lead came off. Yeah, that can happen if the horse isn't able, like if it gets caught on something and isn't able to keep up with you. So... Okay, so we now have 4 horses to play around with. Before we start breeding them, I think we should do some profiling on them and figure out, you know, and just get their measurements. So, let's start with this guy. Well, it's health. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. So this one stands out among the others as having 28 hit points, whereas this one only has 20. So let's 28 HP. Okay. Now, let's take this bad boy for a spin. Oh, right. Yep. All right. And of course, we are going to make sure that the that this thing is properly reset. Okay, good. Yep. Okay. Let's take this bad boy for a ride. I am quite curious to see what kind of speed he has. I need to get this sheep out of here. He's gonna... Okay, let's see. Whoa, a lot of witches spawning there. A lot. So 22. Okay. So this is a 100 over 22. Let's write that down then. Whereas this one is 100 over 26. Okay, now let's see how high he can jump. I don't think this one can jump quite as high as my main horse. So, okay, he can do 3 blocks. Let's see, can we do 4? Can we do 4 on this thing? That's what I'd be interested to know. Ooh, can't quite do 4. Oh, gotta fill the jump bar. Nope, can't do 4. So let's see what we got for speed. Let's see, 3.5. Can we do 3.5? Oh, Jesus! Come on, I need to do something about this. Oh, no. Oh, gotta fill it up properly. Come on. Nope, can't do 3.5. Let's do 3.375. Oh. Okay, alright, so this horse can jump 3.375 meters. Okay, so we got this horse completely profiled. Let's do the next one now. Okay, so... Okay, awesome. Sweet. So, not as high of a jumper as our original horse, but you know what? If we breed him with him over time, you know, that could change. And he's got some really good speed. 122 hopper ticks as opposed to 26. That's a pretty good difference. He's got some awesome health and a respectable jump height. I mean, 3 blocks isn't terrible. It's not like it can only do 2 blocks, which really would be bad. Okay, let's take him for a spin. Well, this guy feels slow as molasses, so I don't know what we're going to be doing with him, but whatever. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can sprint faster than this, buddy. Maybe he can jump really high. 32. Ouch. Not good. Not good. Ah! Alright, how high can you jump? Can you do 3 blocks? You're kidding. Wow. Wow. This horse is a dud. I'm not even gonna profile the rest of it. I'm not even gonna figure out how high it can jump because it has absolutely nothing remarkable about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be using this guy for much longer. So jump height. Less than 3 meters. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, let's look at this gray one that we got going. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Only 16 hit points, so we'll have to be kind of careful when riding this thing. Make sure that it doesn't, you know, that we don't hurt it, because it is a little bit more fragile than the others, so just make note of that. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's see what we did. 25. So this one is slightly faster than our original horse, but not as remarkable as that speed demon that we have right here. So yeah. Oh. Alrighty. Now, how high can you jump, Mr. Horse? Can you do 3 meters? Can you do 3? Okay, good. So this one is able to do 3. Alright, what about 4? Can you do 4? Can you do 4? Ooh, not quite. Can you do 3.5? Nope, can't do 3.5. How about 3.25? Okay, you can do 3.25. Can you do... Okay, so you're a 3.25er. Okay. Alright, that's cool. So... Alright. Okay. Okay, so I am really liking this horse breeding facility. It wasn't complicated at all, it didn't take a ton of resources, and yet it was able to give us a whole bunch of really valuable information. For example, we were able to see, get a pretty good idea about the stats of these horses. So I think, as it stands now, I think I'm going to be keeping this horse and this horse right here, because they both have some pretty good strong points. This one is our highest jumper, Mr. Original here, the first horse. Then this one has some good health and really good speed, and its jump height isn't the worst. This one is just a dud. Like, even with its fur, you can see it looks like moldy cheese. It's just going bad. Then this one, it's slightly faster than our original horse, but it's got a lame jump height and only 16 hit points. Jesus, it's like a sheep or something, isn't it? Or a cow? Or aren't cows or sheep like that? I mean, if it doesn't even have 20 hit points, it had better be lightning fast and be able to jump like 5+ meters into the air, but I guess it can't. So yeah, these two, I can't bring myself to do it now, but when we get horses like this that just suck, I believe horses drop steak when killed, don't they? Yeah, I think they do. Oh, hi, Mr. Spider. You can climb over this fence just like the horses can. Except now you can't, because you're dead. Okay, so I think I'm just going to run off and grab a few more horses, just make sure there aren't any super amazing horses over there. Probably profile them off camera, and then we'll start breeding them. We'll breed the best horses we have, or we'll try to get, and play around with it, have a good jolly old time. Sound like a plan? Alright, yep, sounds good to me. Okay guys, so I think I've done all the horse breeding that I'm going to do for now. Unfortunately, I was not quite able to get a a horse that can jump 5 meters into the air. In fact, I wasn't even able to get one that can jump over 4.5, so maybe that what the wiki said is a bit more true than I anticipated. However, I did get some pretty awesome horses, so I would overall call this a success. I got this beauty that is pretty fast, 4.25 jump height. Got this one here, which I have decided to make my main horse. It's even faster, only 1 point shy of being the fastest speed I've seen so far in horses. So 100 over 22 for speed, and then 4.125 meter jump height. Really awesome horse. I love it, and a good health too. We got this guy here who's has that cute, clueless look in its eyes and absolutely nothing else going for it. But yeah, breeding horses is expensive. I mean, to get one horse bred, it'll cost. Do I have a fence gate on me? Okay, good. I do. It will cost. Let's see. 16 gold nuggets, so that's over 1.5 gold ingots. Pretty close to 2 gold ingots, actually. I've gone through almost a stack of gold ingots breeding horses, and then due to I have all these. Well, this is my main horse, but then all these horses that got out. These are all the dud horses that I'm not going to keep, but I can't bring myself to right now, so we'll have to see what we can do about that. Maybe put some cacti around the place for them to step on or something. I don't know. But yeah, I had them all tied to the fence over here, but they got away due to the glitch with leads breaking when chunks load or something. And yeah, I do think that this horse farm is just starting to get outside our chunk load network. Well, actually, no, it's inside the network, but it's outside the range of, where you have the fully loaded chunks, the chunks that are in the middle of a 5x5, of at least a 5x5 area of loaded chunks. And so entities don't get processed, and I'm 99% sure that a lead that's in use is considered an entity, like this here would be an entity. So if entities don't get processed as far as leads are concerned, then they did move into an unloaded chunk. But yeah, so we've got some great results for breeding. Got an awesome horse and a few awesome backup horses in case anything should happen to him, heaven forbid. But Minecraft has creepers in it, so nothing can be 100% sure in any game that has creepers in it. Or ghasts if you're in the nether or whatever. Or just my carelessness. Like, heck, it's still possible to die even if there aren't any hostile mobs around. You could just fall off a cliff, Everyone does it once in a while. So it's always good to have backup options. So yeah, call the breeding a success. Now, as I said, gold is sort of the limiting factor when it comes to breeding horses. And as it turns out, update 1.7 really buffed a type of gold farm that you can make, which we might be making shortly. There's a good chance we'll be making one of these very shortly, which should be. And in fact, I actually set up a little creative mode world to demonstrate it. We just go in here. So, as you guys know, zombie pigmen will occasionally spawn near nether portals. They can also, zombie pigmen that are in the nether can also move through portals like any other entity, but zombie pigmen can also just spawn, be created out of thin air around portals. And it turns out that the rate at which they spawn is determined by the actual portal blocks themselves. In other words, the blocks that are occupied by the swirling purple goo, not just a single portal. So the way it works is that whenever a portal block, one of the swirling purple portal blocks gets a tick, one of those random block ticks, there's like a 3 in 2,000 chance that it will try to spawn a zombie pigman around the nether portal that portal block is a part of. And update 1.7.2, as you can see, made it so that nether portals don't have to, you're not limited to this, 3x2 area in the frame here. They can be, the area of the portal itself, not counting the frame, each side can be up to 21 blocks long. So that's really good. So you can have up to a 21 by 21 nether portal, which these central big ones are. And because of the way pigman spawning at portals works, even a single one of these huge portals has has a fairly decent spawn rate for zombie pigmen. Like you'll get several pigmen, and by several I'm thinking it's going to be like 8 or so, at least, zombie pigmen in an hour. Whereas with a standard size nether portal, you'll get maybe 1 zombie pigman every 2 hours. And this is on hard, seriously. If you're going to make a mob grinder, set the game to hard. Mobs spawn faster on hard. And as you can, yeah, look at that. Like one had spawned there, and now another one spawned right here. So this allows you to get more portal blocks using less obsidian. And as we all know, obsidian is probably it's a pain in the ass to harvest, okay? No need to be all fancy about how I say it, but it just is. Like, it takes forever. Even with an efficiency 5 pick, it's like a good 8 seconds, or 8 to 10 seconds, I think. I know it's, like, I don't know. I forget. Oh, for some reason it decided to create a new portal in the overworld instead of using the, one of the massive number of portals over here, but yeah, whatever. Which way is it? Can never remember which way it is. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that little field trip. I'm going to end the episode here, and in the meantime, I will be thinking about what I would like to do for my next episode. Thinking that maybe, what with the buff to freaking portals, or gold farms, and the need for obsidian, it might finally be time to go find that stronghold so that we can farm us some obsidian. And then we can build a gold farm experience grinder thing. Alright, peace out everyone. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and blah 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 blah. Have a good one.